It is the RIOT on Radio U. This is our podcast. Perhaps you're familiar. What with you downloading it all.
Or just listening. Maybe you just
happened to click.
You're on our Facebook page at Radio U Riot.
You just happened to click.
Maybe you're on our Radio U Riot YouTube channel. Welcome to our podcast.
So hey, today in the podcast, we're going to talk about how I had a nice interaction with a manager at a store.
That was shocking.
It is shocking. How could that possibly be? Also, a lot of talk of Mountain Dew, including us trying the brand new Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel Tropical Smash.
We do a Riot food fight with that.
Mm-hmm. We talk brand new words with friends. The new, let's say there's a lot of talk about exes, and I don't mean the kind you break up with.
Anything else?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I got a theory about someone living in our building.
Oh, yeah. And in the food.
Yeah, I have a theory about it.
Coffee cake.
I think it might be real. I think someone might be living in here. That's what I'm saying. So that and a few other things that are thrown into the mix.
You know, going back to the someone might be living here, remember, most of the time we feel like we're living here, but we're not.
But we're not. I mean,
someone's actually hiding.
Someone's really here eating our coffee cake.
Don't forget to say hello to us through Radio U Riot, our Facebook page, or if you ever want to check out more, you can go to riot.radiou.com. That's where our social media is. So you can find whichever platform you like the most and find us there.
All right. Well, hey, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Baby's crying. Nails on a chalkboard. Your girlfriend saying, "We need to talk." The worst of the riot. Yep, it really is that bad on Radio U.
Nikki, do you want story or product first?
You know what? Let's go with story.
Okay, so yesterday afternoon, I find myself at a grocery store, Kroger. Now, keep in mind, Kroger is regional, but it's part of a national chain. So anywhere you can buy a Big K soda. Now, why does it tie in? Because on Monday, Hudson stopped in and surprised us with candy cane soda.
Yes, he did. That you can watch our Riot food fight if you check out Radio U Riot on our Facebook page or on YouTube. It's located there.
I want you to know that I've been wanting some ever since we had it.
Really? You liked it that much?
I don't know what it was about it, but it hit me right where I live.
That's called the holiday sweet spot.
It just hit me where I live. Like, I'd be drinking it like, that is good. And even, this is a little embarrassing, but last night I was at home and I was like, you know what I would really like is a little candy cane soda. You know what I don't have? Candy cane soda. Do you know what I don't have on purpose? Candy cane soda.
So did you go buy it?
Well, not exactly. I was in Kroger for an unrelated reason, and I was talking, and then I had this guy look at me, and he came over. He's the manager of a Kroger store. Not the one I was in, but a different one. And he said he got so excited when he heard us. Big K is...
when we heard us do our review.
Their generic, store brand soda.
Yeah.
And he was, so excited that we were actually doing something with their stuff. But let's take it a step further.
Yeah.
He said, when I heard that you were trying the candy cane soda... He said, me and the other guys at the store didn't think anyone would ever want that. And so he's like, we ordered some, whatever. He's like, I hear you talking about it. We think there's no way anybody's going to take it. My store is completely sold out of it.
No way. Way, that's hilarious.
Way.
Well, you never know, guys, what the Riot likes. It's the seal of approval.
This might be one of those rare times when the Riot was on point.
Spot on with it.
Yep.
That is so funny.
I love the idea of them being like, no one's going to buy this. Sir, we're sold out.
It's gone. It's completely gone.
What? Are you kidding me?
Aww.
How many did we order?
So then that backfired, though, because now you can't get any more.
Well, it's okay. I don't need any more. And I've been trying to kind of figure it out. Okay, keeping in mind now that soda is very much a sometimes food, and it's not exactly Christmas right now. But, maybe lead up to Christmas. Maybe I'll get one or two of them. I'll shove them in the back, and then when it's Christmas time, we'll bring them out.
Now they're going to order more?
I
Did you get the details? He's going to call us first?
Quite frankly, that is an important question.
I think it's one that needs to be asked.
It's absolutely the follow-up question that I should have asked, and I didn't. So we just talked to, candy cane soda for a while, chit-chat, and then I was off looking for a birthday card.
All right, well, manager, sir, of the Kroger, you let us know if there's any other flavors coming out.
You get a price break on a case? How many do you get in a case?
How many can we order without it being weird?
Might already be weird.
Well, that's a very cute story.
Yeah, so I know you're used to me telling terrible stories about that type.
And I was nervous when you started saying manager. I thought, oh, man.
Here we go.
What's the story about?
Here we go.
But that was a great story.
Yes, indeed.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Chief, she's...
Coffee and contemplation.
And the riot. Obviously. Radio U.
So apparently I went to a lot of stores last night because there's one more item up for bid here, Nikki.
What do you got? Do we need a drum roll?
Well, you know what? Instead of a drum roll, maybe we need a little
Christmas song? Mm-hmm. It's red.
Because
it's a soda.
right here, I've got Mountain Dew Holiday Brew.
Oh, so is it like their candy cane soda?
It's their Christmas soda, but of course they wouldn't say Christmas, so
sure,
it's holiday.
It's a holiday soda?
Yep. Ultimate Holiday Blend, it says. And new flavor, Holiday Brew.
You know, at first it looked like you brought me a Tahitian treat, which is not everywhere, but every so often when I have one, it is a treat.
It does look exactly like Tahitian treat, doesn't it?
It does kind of, even with the green on the label.
Well, Nikki, the only thing I want to say to you is I know that you have a secret love that you don't often speak of that is Tahitian treat.
I do.
And I want you to know that this is not it.
Okay, so it's not going to taste like that. What do they call the flavors?
Holiday Brew.
Well, like what? Cinnamon, spice?
Nope. They say it's a holiday
cranberry.
They say it's a holiday blend of dew and Code Red.
Oh, well, I think everybody's done their own mix.
Man, I used to do that. Let me tell you what. Back in the day when I had the soda in my arm, take the drip.
He was mixing all of them.
No, what you do is, and this actually was like the perfect mix. You go in and you get some Diet Mountain Dew, and I'm going to say 60 to 70% Diet Mountain Dew.
Sure.
And then you would fill the rest with Code Red.
So it's similar to this.
You know, you're cutting back a little bit. You know, not a lot, but a little.
So this is their holiday version, even though I don't think it really screams holiday.
Well,
just because it's red and green.
You know no, you're not looking at it, Nikki. In fact, I want you to hold it in your hand, and I want you to look at the label and tell me it's not screaming at you.
Oh, no, that does scream at me. But from over here, it's just looking like, we just flavored the stuff red, recolored it, and now we're doing the ultimate holiday blend.
Nikki, with that deconstructionist attitude, I will tell you that everything falls apart. Everything falls apart.
You're right. I apologize.
Like, this phone you put a fancy screen on and charge $1,000. What, is that all it is?
Are we going to try it?
Well, I mean, we don't have to try it today, but it exists.
You know what I really want, though? We talked about it yesterday.
You want world peace?
No, I'll take this first.
Might as well wish for something you can get.
Well, maybe this will help usher in. But the Pepsi Christmas drink.
Okay, now I didn't go to Japan. I didn't go to Japan yesterday.
If you're not bringing me that, then just put it back.
Take your trash
and put it away.
And stop dumping it here.
Because the Pepsi Christmas blend in Japan, that drink is supposed to taste like cake.
Yes.
And that's what I want.
I'm sorry I don't have any cake soda for
Mountain
you.
Dew Code Red. I could do this myself blend.
That's not what it's called. Be respectful.
That's right here on the label.
It's called Holiday Brew.
Holiday Brew.
At the very least, don't you feel like the right response to that is Holiday?
Oh my gosh, yes. Why? Where were they? Put that on their Facebook page, will you?
Mountain Dew Holiday?
Something.
Or at least Holiday Dew?
No,
They feel like it was
Holiday.
too many D's? Like Holiday, right? I mean, Holiday sounds a little ridiculous, but so does Holiday Brew.
You know, companies can't get it right every time.
Can't. Well, Nikki, in your case, it appears they can't get it right anytime.
No, I want to try the other Christmas drink.
All right. Well, you know, we're going to buy it a flight, even though it doesn't come out until November 21st.
I need to buy it an Uber to the airport, a delivery person to carry it gently.
It's a lot of work.
Through customs.
Obviously, it's worth it.
Get it a visa.
Absolutely.
Get it in here.
The worst of the riot has no expiration date. It's born spoiled. It's the riot on Radio U.
So, how,
Yes, as you're giggling over there.
how much do you want to cheat your landlord? How serious are you about it?
Well, some people feel like their landlord is cheating them, so maybe it's you want to cheat back.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that where people are like, man, the fact that my landlord wants any money from me at all, they're rich. Look, they own this house. They should give it to me.
More like they don't fix anything and it's not taken care of. And It's their responsibility for that part.
Hey, look, crappy landlords are real. So are good ones. It just depends on where you live. I totally get that. I've rented and owned, and I've also helped someone else rent to someone else, which is the worst thing that's ever happened. So,
Mark that down on that list.
Write it down. It's totally fine.
In case someone's like, let's do that. You're like, no, thank you. Opie said no.
Let's talk about Doug and Lindsay. They live in Volusia County, Florida.
Nice.
And on October 26th, they called the police because there had been an armed robbery at their home.
Yeah.
And they walk in. Both of them had been shot.
Oh, wow.
He was shot in the arm. She was shot in the leg. And they said, look, she was in the shower. I was out here. Guy came in, shot us, stole $7,000 worth of cash and jewelry. Now, why they landed on $7,000, I don't know.
That's very specific.
The police were like, this is terrible. But if you were in the shower, how come the rug's not wet and there's no water in the tub?
Here's where I would love to be a part of the team being like, I don't think this is right.
How come they broke in the front door, but the front door is locked and everything's fine? And, while we're at it, how come you guys have already cleaned up all the blood? And why is the TV on the ground but not remotely injured? Like the TV's not broken, everything's fine. What was the other one? And why is the gun that you described that you were shot with inside this sock, inside this shoe in the bedroom?
That's the big one.
Yeah?
Why did they shoot themselves then, I take it?
They shot themselves.
To blame the landlord or to get out of it?
Okay, now look, we've all been there when we call the landlord and we're like, look, I don't know what set the carpet on fire and
it's just on fire.
And it's your fault. You did this. We've all been there, okay? But I have never in my life, I can't think of anything short of saving the life of someone I love where I would be like, you know what? We're doing this. Shoot me.
Now, nowhere it's going to hurt. So, not like kill me. So, arm or leg.
Arm or leg. I'm going to shoot you.
They totally got that from TV or a movie.
I'm out, dude. I am not doing that. And especially, it's for $7,000.
Oh, so I still don't know
it's not enough.
Where the landlord part comes in.
Well,
was it insurance, or did they want to get out of their lease, or what?
Here's the deal. They came in. They're like, hey, the police took them to the hospital, and they left the hospital and immediately went to a personal injury lawyer in hopes of suing their landlord over the break-in.
For what?
Gotta tell you, don't know.
There isn't really any. They should have thought that one through.
Don't know what they're suing for. No idea.
But now that they've been found out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now that they've been found out, there's a lovely place coming soon.
Well, they're
in Florida.
It's just available.
Just available. No, coming soon. Once they get all their stuff out. Before they go to jail.
Yeah. So there's it's going to be a little while, but they are currently, I'll tell you, like they're in jail now, and they're going to, they're waiting on a trial or whatever the heck happens next. But yeah, so just, you know what? No, I don't care if it's your wife, your girlfriend, your roommate, your buddy. They're like, I got a plan. We're going to get a lot of money, but it involves me shooting you.
Not there. Shoot me right there.
Nope. No way.
I don't know if I could ever shoot you to get out of work or I get out of work.
It would have to be for millions, maybe $1 billion. $7,000. I'm going to shoot you. Oh, no. These guys have watched way too much TV.
Recycling paper is like planting a tree. Recycling the riot is like burning down the rainforest.
We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
All right, Nikki, what's the last game you downloaded for your phone? Your old broken phone.
My old broken phone, not my iPhone 10.
You're not as good as everybody else's phone.
That's actually a really good question. What would be the last one I would download?
Can you come up with anything?
Not that I wouldn't have just deleted.
Okay.
Like, nothing has really struck my fancy.
All right, well, how about this? How about Words with Friends 2?
Hey, I remember that game.
I do too.
Yeah, that's been years.
I remember a time when people were like, I'm playing Words of Friends with them.
I'm totally playing Words with you.
Uh-huh. Well, guess what?
It was actually a pretty fun game for a while.
Yeah, it was Scrabble, even though, of course, they wouldn't say that it was Scrabble. But according to this, yesterday, Words with Friends 2 hit the App Store.
So what's the difference?
I don't know what the difference is. I was hoping you had obviously already downloaded it.
No, not yet.
All right, so Words with Friends 2. There it is. It's free. So what do you think? What do you think I'm gonna? What's the microtransaction? It changes the colors of the little tiles, or what?
They might not have any microtransactions in it.
You think then it's just?
I mean, it says
ads?
offers. Yeah, I guess. What's the question on that? That's a good one.
It says it contains ads and in-app purchases.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm downloading it. So I don't know if anybody wants to get in a Words with Friends game with
Then
me.
it became a, hey, you know, like if you have a friend who's not texting you back or something. But then it became, well, they're not playing back with you.
Yeah.
So you're just waiting on people.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And then if they answer you on, you know, the game, but they're not answering you in text message or the other way around, you're like, hey, you're waiting. I'm waiting on your move.
So this is going to turn into one of those Jason Bourne conversations. Are you committed to this program?
Yeah, it's like if we're going to play the game, let's
play
play the game.
Are you ready to be committed to this program?
Or it's like, hey, I fell asleep earlier than you. Sorry, I missed it while you were just waiting to play a move the entire night. So I see problems.
So what you're saying, and you know what though, Nikki, I don't think anybody would be a good Words with Friends player with you. Nikki responds to emails before you send them.
No,
so
do not.
You do. And
I
so
do not.
I imagine that you're probably like 10
Poised
words down
over
the
it.
line. And they're just like, man, when is this? When are you going to play? It's like, well, I just played. I know, but I played already.
I saw.
Like, I can't. I just submitted it.
It's like when someone's texting you, you can see it. You're like, I saw that you were doing the word, and I
already
knew
saw-
ahead of time.
I saw what you were doing. I've got this. I've got it. So that's what I imagine. I think it would be hard for me to find somebody that would be committed enough to play Words with Friends at a pace that you would enjoy.
That I would like. So Words with Friends 2, though, it does say if you played games on the first one,
Yeah.
however long it's been, they're supposed to carry over or something.
Oh, well, that's delightful.
So if you're still playing the first one,
you know, there still are. There's
I bet
probably,
there is. You're
The
right.
thing is that even though you and I, like, we fall off something like, I'm not playing that
It's dead
anymore.
to us.
There are millions of people that are still deeply invested, and that's the only thing they play.
Well, now there's a new game for you.
My uncle and I used to play this trivia game. I can't remember what that was called. That was actually a lot of fun. And then, you know, you competed with scores, but yeah, that's over now too.
Also dead to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Not your uncle, but the game.
Well, and I'll tell you, I'll be done with Words with Friends too by the end of the day.
Well, it's nice you downloaded at least for that initial moment to get the company excited, like, yes, we're back in business. And then the fallout rate.
In truth, I just downloaded it. I think I might be done with it already. I think I've probably done enough.
I thought that was quite impressive that you actually downloaded it.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm over it.
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U.
Do you find yourself buying a lot of things that you really wish that you weren't buying, that you know you shouldn't be buying? And man, you know, we're coming up on the holidays.
It can be dangerous times.
Buying stuff for other people, and then you're like, one for them, two for me. One for them, three for me.
Well, sometimes that's how the deals are. You know, you buy one, you get one at a discounted price.
Man, them deals are so hot. How can I pass them up? Listen, I understand how you're doing. What you need is some accountability, and you need something that says to you, don't do that. Don't you do that. There's a woman. Her name is Daryl. Is that right? Or I thought it was a girl, but maybe, let's see.
It was a girl, I think.
It was, yeah. So her name is Daryl Kennedy. And what she wanted was that, I love this, she wanted to put a picture of Terry Crews on her debit card as his Everybody Hates Chris character. And so the idea was he's got a really mean look on his face. So every time she got her debit card out, she wanted to have Terry Crews giving her that look.
To kind of tell her, a reminder, don't
spend
buy
money.
this. And that was a very clever idea.
It was. Now, she wanted to get this from Wells Fargo, which lets you customize your card. And this is so fantastic. They wouldn't let her put his picture on it.
They denied it.
Which makes sense because, you know, it's somebody else's image. Like there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't allow them to put that on the card.
Unless there was an asterisk with it. Unless they had his permission.
So guess what? Terry Crews, this is amazing, she tweeted at him, and he says, well, they told her she had to have his approval to get his photo on the card. He approved of it via Twitter, and they approved it.
Now, it had to go to like a committee or something or an approval from Wells Fargo because it was a unique situation of it being like through a tweet. But they came back and approved it. So she was able to get her Terry, what is he called? Terry Crews, his card.
I know when you say Terry Crews,
I always think crew.
I totally get it. Well, it's crew with an S. It's not spelled like we're on a boat. It's like I have more than one crew available at any time to assist me.
Thank you.
So, yeah, dude, Terry Crews is an interesting guy. I have in my Kindle wish list his book. Because I thought it sounded really good. I've listened to some of his live streams that he has done on Facebook where he's addressed a lot of issues. He's been one of the most outspoken celebrities that I've ever seen regarding porn, talking about just the damage that it did in his life, how he came back from it, all this kind of stuff. And like, just seems to be an all around good guy. And it looks like he could flex and break the world.
And he can help her stay debt free.
That's right.
Or at least not buy things that this lady does not need to buy.
At the very least, keep her debt from growing.
I thought it was a very clever idea. And she really wanted it. So that's why she was tweeting a lot, trying to get people to get him to notice her request.
And he did. And now he lives forever on her debit card, giving her that stare.
Like, why are you buying this?
What
Don't
are you
buy
doing?
this.
The Riot sees gas station hot dogs as part of a balanced breakfast.
Is that bad?
Well, not good.
It's The Riot.
We have a problem at Radio U. A lot of it revolves around the break room. I feel like we could all go into therapy for food, where we'd have to talk to the therapist about our feelings on food, why we talk about food so much.
When we get personally involved with it.
Yeah, but here's the problem we have with food, is that it just disappears. Now, I, as the morning guy, often feel like I want to blame it on the afternoon and night guys. So that would be Hudson or Josh, right? But, yesterday when I left this building, there was an enormous coffee cake, an entire one. We had two right there.
There was two?
Yeah.
There was two coffee cakes?
Somebody ate all of the first one.
And then, well,
At
yeah.
least that's what I'm assuming. I
only thought there was one coffee cake.
No, I'm pretty sure there's two. And then the second one, granted, there were like two pieces missing from it.
Sure.
But it was a pretty big coffee cake. I felt pretty good that there might be a chance that I come back and, find a piece of coffee cake this morning.
What are you having now?
Coffee.
And what should you have with it?
Well, it's a cake
breakfast cake.
that's named after coffee.
Yeah, it's a breakfast cake.
You eat it with the coffee.
It seemed like it'd been perfect with it.
It seemed like a very reasonable assumption that I was having there. But, really, I suppose this is on me. I should have taken some of that cake, put it in a bag, and then when I came in, it would have been waiting for me. Now, you know where this goes. The coffee cake is gone. It's
no
disappeared.
trace of it, no nothing.
And for a long time, not even. Here's how I know that Josh and Hudson didn't eat it. There would have been crumbs everywhere and an empty box on the table.
With like a crumb of a piece left.
Yeah. So
they were like, well, I don't need to throw the stuff out because there's still some left.
There's still a little piece here.
That's traditionally what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they cleaned up after themselves is a dead giveaway.
Maybe it is in the fridge or it's somewhere else. Is it in the back?
I don't think so. Well, now that's a possibility.
Did we freeze it? I don't know why, because, we could eat it.
In a year we could celebrate the anniversary? Get it out! It's time!
It's the year of the coffee cake.
Remember that year ago when we got this coffee cake and how special it was? Well, now we can live it again.
I don't know why it would have been frozen, but I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay, but I started thinking about it, and there is this possibility that I have never explored, but seems very reasonable. There is, in this building, a storage room, right? But not only is there
carpeted and painted and everything.
Not only is there a storage room, but there's like a storage room above the storage room.
Mm-hmm. And the attic storage room.
Yeah. So what if for the last several years, whether it's a former staff member or somebody that just wandered in off the street, what if someone is living up in that place, and when Josh leaves, they sneak down and do like this ninja whatever in the night, go into the break room, take all the food, and then they go back to their apartment where they're getting free broadband and, live in a...
We have had problems where, there'd be like a box of Pop-Tarts, and then you come back, and not like a small box, but we're talking like
industrial warehouse club size.
You come back the next day, and there's like one left. Legitimately one left.
If that. Sometimes none. We used to have a night guy that I
think he took food home for other people.
Oh, I don't think so. I honestly think he ate it all. I do.
I don't think you can.
Oh,
That's above your calories.
Did you ever go out to lunch with him?
No, did he?
I've never. I'll say, like, he's one of those people that you know where you're like, wait, how did you eat all that food? He's the reason buffet prices are high, not because the normal person never makes it out, at a buffet having eaten $14 worth of food. They had to balance out for this guy.
Yeah.
And so...
Well, I'm sorry that there's no more coffee cake.
Well,
I only thought there was one loaf, because when I came back, there was just one, and I had one piece of that, and that was it.
Here's what I think. I think that we need to play a few songs, and you and I need to get some flashlights, and we need to, right now, before they get the wiser, we need to start combing the building for the people who live here at night when we're not here. Because that's where I think...
all of our food is going.
We're going to go up there and find a box of Pop-Tarts and a coffee cake.
And some of the rest of the Biscoff cookies.
Oh.
The part that keeps me up at night, we paid them for this. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
This is kind of interesting. Do you buy Madden every year? Or maybe do you buy FIFA every year? Or, in your case, maybe it's NBA 2K18. I don't know.
A sports game once a year when it comes out.
Right. So, yesterday... EA's Andrew Wilson, it says that he's one of their chiefs. I don't know what his exact title is, but he floated an idea in an interview in Bloomberg in which he said, what if instead of putting out Madden every year, what if you subscribe to Madden?
Oh, come on.
Instead of just buying the updated copy of Madden. So instead of $60 a pop, you would pay however much a year or a month, and you would get the Madden service. And, they would be...
more content throughout the year.
Constantly updating it. They would have content. Maybe there would be live events. So you think about this. Maybe there would be an actual, Madden Super Bowl or a Fall Bowl. Or, they would do all these things and events, and it would be a live service. Games as a service kind of thing.
Well, it just makes you weary because you're afraid that other games will all now go to that. So instead of just spending the $60, they're going to try to get you monthly to maybe spend more than what you would have just bought for the game.
Well, that would be my big question is if they made that switch, how much would they want for it?
It'd obviously be more than the game price.
You think
because
so?
They would have charged you for the extra content anyways.
Well, they already kind of do that. Like, if you look at games now, you can buy the $60 version, the $80 version, or the $100 version. Now, the $100 version gets you the coin doubler and, all these different things that you would get if you do that. And so they really want you to do that. Microsoft had a thing where it's buy the $100 version and you can play it a week early. And,
but
all
that's
these
one
things.
Part of it. And so their argument would be, well, the entire year you're getting quality content added to it.
That's exactly what they would say.
So it's going to be way more than the cost of the game when maybe you just wanted to buy the game.
Okay, all right. How much do you think you would pay for it? I now realizing, of course, Nikki, that you're not a big Madden player.
How much do you think they could get away with charging for it?
Better question than mine.
Well, if $100 is for the bonus stuff with the game when it comes out, I'd probably say they would probably try to charge you $150, $175.
I was thinking $10 a month.
$10 a month.
That would be $120 a year.
But I would think they would charge you $120 plus the game.
But see, Nikki, what you do is it's $10 a month, but then there are microtransactions. Do you want the uniforms from the 1965 Holiday Bowl, blah, 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 whatever? Yeah, those are $5.
I still think it'd be $10 a month plus the actual cost of the game.
Oh, so $60 down and then $10 a month.
Or they'd spread the other $60 throughout the month.
See, I think I would imagine they...
It's not going to just be the cost of the game.
Well, no, but my thought was I don't know about them, the upfront costs. I could see them not charging you anything and maybe even giving you a week for free. Like Hulu does. Get your free week on here.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out what EA does.
Now,
but it might be a way that they start changing things for sports games.
It's not an official announcement. He didn't come out and say, we're going to do this.
They're just trying to test the waters with it.
But this was a little something, like a little peek in the window of them talking about it. Madden doesn't make the kind of money that it used to. Its release is big, but it's not what it used to be. So this is maybe them moving to games as a service. I don't know. Maybe.
Have to be the right game.
Have to be the right game. And for me, Madden is not the right game.
The Riot's future? 2 words. Goat Farm. Radio U.
Nikki, this is such good news for you. You don't even know.
Well, I can't wait to hear it.
You do not even know.
I can't wait.
That crappy new iPhone.
Yeah, the iPhone 10.
That just piece of junk that you don't want anything to do with has just been, according to CNET, they say, I'm going to give you a quote, dropping it without a case is out of the question. And Square Trade, the company that you buy the warranty from, they say that the iPhone X is the most breakable iPhone ever.
Of course, it's got the glass around it.
I want to say it again. It's the most breakable iPhone ever.
I'm always jealous of people who don't wear cases on their phone, and I think we feel like we're rolling the dice with like our current ones, but with the different backing on the iPhone 10s, that's dangerous.
The iPhone has basically failed every single drop test. It's bad. And again, for CNET to say it's out of the question to carry this phone without a case, that should be something that gets your attention. And as Nikki said, that's the sad part. You have this beautiful device, and it's a marvel of engineering. It's gorgeous to look at. And then you put some clunky case on it. Because just like your heart, it's delicate.
Got to have a case.
And you have to protect it.
Yeah, I figured you'd have to.
Yeah. So, Nikki, you know what's great? You don't have to worry about this at all.
No, because if I still have to have a case on my current one.
Now, that's true.
If I drop that one's still dead.
But you know what, Nikki? You are not currently. It is true that you're not carrying the newest iPhone in history, but it also stands to reason that you are not carrying the most breakable iPhone.
And I don't want that responsibility.
Who would want that?
They also say it's more money to fix this one, too. So if you go in crying, like afraid of what are they going to tell you, and because I've had it once where my phone the glass was too broken to be able to just lift it up and just get new front on it. I remember that,
actually. Weren't you picking your dad up at the airport or something, and you're for some reason your phone went flying, ice. And it was like...
I started crying so bad. And then I went there. Thankfully, the guy was nicer, and he let me just get a new one at that same price.
Yes.
But it was just for a moment. With this, you could break it. It could actually be too much shattered, and you can't fix it that way.
It's rough, dude. That is rough. And the Square Trade warranty, they have like set prices for phones, but if you have an iPhone X, they're like, 10. It's a little more.
Quit calling it an X. It's a 10.
Quit calling it a 10.
It's a 10. I'm calling it the right thing.
You know what?
Stop being that way.
You know what I love? I just want you to know. Here's what I want you to know. I listened to a podcast the other day, and I heard a guy say the same thing I did. He's like, nope, I'm calling it the X.
Good
I refuse to call it the 10. And
I
was like, bra, right here, high five. Tim Cook doesn't tell me how to pronounce things.
My gosh.
Yes.
Just call it what it is, 10.
See, the problem is that multiple times, like you've corrected me enough that I'm ready to start calling it the 10.
But because I'm telling you, then you won't do it?
Yes. My oppositional defiance disorder is right in your face.
I hate it. It's not supposed to be against me. I just don't want someone listening to me like, man, Obi is so misinformed. He doesn't even know what it is. Oh. He does. He just doesn't want to do it. Gosh.
I hope y'all do think I'm an idiot.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Last night was 0 hour. I was finally ready. I had my Xbox One X.
You got your new one?
Oh, see, it's not the Xbox One 10, Nikki. It's the Xbox One X.
I can't. I can't even. Because it's so clever, and I can't even.
So, I got it set up last night, and I had it all ready to go finally because I had some games downloaded. Mm-hmm. And so, turned it on. I got it calibrated a little bit with my TV and took off. Got a chance to play Halo 5. I played a little bit of Gears of War 4. And you know what? This is going to sound terrible, but I was really underwhelmed by them. I was just like...
But those are older games, and they said that they'd been updated a bit, and so you were curious to see how they looked?
They looked good, but what you just said was the hard part about it. I was like, oh, I forgot. These are just the same games. I thought they were going to be new. They're the same. It's the same game. Oh, no, I've made a huge mistake.
Did you get to try a new one, though?
Well, no. I got Titanfall 2, which is a game I've played through twice already, but I'm a huge fan of it. And I put the disc in, and it was like 30 gig download. And I was like, oh, crap.
Boy, you just can't win with that.
No, I know. But, all right, here's what I ended up doing. This was, and this will sound very disappointing to some people, I'm sure, but the most impressive thing that I saw last night on the Xbox One X was Halo 3. I looked at it. Halo 3 is 10 years old. And what they have done is they have taken Halo 3, and I don't know what the heck they've specifically done, but it plays in 4K. Apparently, they've updated some of the lighting modes, and it runs at 60 frames per second. And it looks amazing.
Does it?
Now, granted, I mean, it doesn't look like Halo 5. This is an old game. I know it's an old game. Like, I knew what I was in for. But if you guys know me at all, I'm a sucker for restorations. So film restorations, like all that sort of thing. I love that stuff. And so seeing Halo 3, that required a 6 gig patch. So it wasn't like I was able to put that in and play it. But, I mean, that's 10 minutes. You know, it wasn't like that long. And so I went ahead and did that, and it looked fantastic.
So
I was so impressed with it.
Do you think then a new game will look even better, or?
Oh, I think so. Like I have been playing Call of Duty World War II for review. Planning on showing that on the show tomorrow, but that I've been playing on the PC. I may try to snag a rental of that and see what it looks like on the Xbox One X. I haven't decided if I want to go to that effort yet or not, but I will say by the end of the night, it was one of those things that I started off feeling a little disappointed because there's this moment where you're just like, oh, it's well, it's like
you spent so much money on it, you want it to
blow your mind.
And like here, it can also make donuts or something. Like you want it to be able to be this life-changing thing that you've added into your life,
right? When
really it's still just a console.
That's exactly
and they're just
it.
Games.
After 20 minutes, I was like, oh, it's just an Xbox. I forgot. I mean, I knew that, but it's just what do you mean it's just an Xbox? This was going to change everything.
But you are going to use it as your DVR. That'll be nice.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I'm going to do with it, and I wanted a 4K Blu-ray player. It does that. The others, and as I spent time with it, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me a lot of when I got a Kindle Paperwhite. I wanted one really badly. I did. I was so excited to get it. I couldn't wait, whatever. And then when I got it, I was a little disappointed because at the end of the day, you're like, oh, this is just reading. All I'm doing
is still
is
reading.
And I wanted to do more than that. And so once you get over kind of that initial hump, then it was like...
Then you get in the groove of it.
The Kindle Paperwhite is probably my favorite thing I own.
Yeah.
I love my Kindle so much. And so I feel like with the Xbox, I did kind of get over that hump. And after a while, I was like, you know what? This is pretty great. Played some Forza Horizon 3. Love that game. Played some Halo 3. And at the end of the day, I was like, this is good. I like this. I'll take one. Oh, I already have it. That's great.
The Riot.
They hate me. They hate you. They hate us.
Why else would they make us listen to the worst of the Riot? Radio U.
Have you ever thought to yourself, man, why do I keep paying to go to the gym? I never go. I'll build a home gym. Well, we all know you're not going to actually use a home gym once you do that. But
even if it's there, you're still going to find a reason not to.
You absolutely will. But have you ever looked into like how expensive weights are?
Yes. Yeah.
This is absurd.
They're crazy.
I bought myself like a pair of weights that I use at home from time to time. And I don't remember paying, like they weren't cheap, but it was just occurring to me like, yeah, maybe I should just get like a rack, get a couple of different weights, whatever. Can you explain to me why it's so much more when they weigh more?
Well, you got to ship them. They got to get them to you. It's a workout just to get them.
Do you have a place where I can pick them up so I don't have to get them shipped?
Actually, the best bet is if you buy them from someone who's selling them who's not using them.
Just take their old... Okay. Mm-hmm. I like what you're saying. Talk to me.
Because it's not something that even with free shipping from Amazon, it's still going to be pricey.
Oh my gosh, it's absurd.
Because there's lots of weights.
I was looking at some and I was like, yeah, it's about $200. And they're like, yeah, that's for 4. Wait, hang on. Because I thought you said there was only 4 weights in there. And you did? Okay. All right, that makes more sense.
No, just try to find local.
It suddenly makes my gym membership at $25 a month seem very reasonable.
If you use the weights, it does.
Very reasonable.
I have a treadmill that doesn't see a lot of use, so it might, but a treadmill, you can still get a pretty good price on, especially closer to the new year when everybody wants to have a new you, and you think, oh, this will be it.
If I said $600 for a treadmill, do you think that's reasonable?
That's actually very reasonable.
I was going to say, that to me seems pretty good.
Very nice, yeah.
I've looked at treadmills before, but I don't want one anymore.
Wait, look at Costco if they do any weights.
This was a one-off.
Now you're done with it?
Yeah, I had just seen what does that cost? Hey, that's not bad. Oh my gosh, that's so much more than I thought.
I'm just going to pay and not go to the health club.
Hey, man, or, here's an option. You could pay and go.
Baby steps, Obi. Baby steps.
No, don't start with paying. That's the wrong step.
Baby step.
That's the step everyone takes.
At least having the membership is good.
No, it's not, because you're almost
might go
better
every
off.
so often.
You're almost better off getting a guest pass. Can I get a 30-day pass? I don't want to commit. I want to see if I do this for 30 days.
Sure.
And then you kind of go from there. That I don't know. I'm not your go-to guy for health advice. I just know weights are expensive, and I know way too many people that have gym memberships that see no use. Zero. Then again, one of the reasons I'm not the poster boy for this stuff is I go all the time, and if I told you that going to the gym you could look like this, you'd probably stay home.
I mean, you're lifting weights and everything, so I don't know what it is.
Oh no! See, you just.
I fed into that, right?
Thanks, Nikki.
Actually, you're very strong.
Oh yeah.
You
okay,
are.
it's too late.
You can see the muscles.
It's too late.
You're very strong.
We got a little
Which
truth.
way to the beach?
We got a little truth.
Your morning, but without yelling, laughing, or music.
Don't deprive me of that.
We wouldn't dream of it. It's the Riot on Radio U.
If I think there's anything that all of us can agree on, it's that Nikki really needs to spend some more Apple money. And I'm not talking about pecks and bushels.
I was going to say, I can go apple picking again. Can we still do that, even though it's after? Is the season over?
Season's over here. There are other places where you could go. But yeah, but they have pre-picked apples, Nikki, if you want in on that.
True, I could.
No, I'm referring to the people that make the iPhone X, Apple.
10, yeah.
They apparently... And this is all leaked, so it could all be made up. We don't know. They're talking about Project T228.
What's that?
You don't know about T228?
No.
Well, I don't know if that's how Tim wants me to pronounce the letter T. Maybe he's got another word for it. It's
Hey, don't be that way. Come on. Let's have a good heart with T and Roman numerals and all that.
All right,
the X is 10.
In the last 10 minutes, you have agreed with the fact that I don't look very good. Now
I
you're
didn't
judging.
say that.
Now you're judging my heart.
I didn't say that.
We've worked all the way down to the layers.
No one said any of that.
You said let's have a good heart, and I feel like it becomes obvious that you're saying that I don't.
What's this program?
It's not a program, Nikki. It is Project T228.
Is it like a buyer's club thing where if I buy so many phones, I get a discount on something? Is it a punch card?
It's a punch card.
Is it?
It's a punch card.
A loyalty card?
Nikki, for Project T228, you buy 228 iPhones.
Oh, man, I'll never get it.
And then you're going to get one free.
Unless it's retroactive.
Don't underestimate yourself. I feel like over the course of your lifetime, it's very possible you could end up with a free phone.
I end up not wanting to ever die because I'm so close. It's like I'm not dying yet, doctor.
No, doctor.
How does she live so long? She's so angry.
No, these would be for Apple's augmented reality sunglasses. So think Google Glass, but...
With sunglasses? With glasses, you mean, or sunglasses?
Well, they would be, I don't know.
Tint on the front.
Probably both. Actually, with these new augmented reality glasses, they'll tint to match the sky.
I'm not saying anything because
she's in. She's in. Eric,
you
don't think she's in?
I don't.
Not going to happen.
It depends on how they look. I actually would be picky on if the sunglasses would look a certain way.
It's a patent.
It is a patent, but I still think Nikki, here's what I see. All right, you've got an Apple phone, you've got an Apple Watch. I see you in an Apple hat and sunglasses. It's a hat. It's like a fedora and these little.
I'm not wearing that.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
are.
a hat
yes,
person.
you are.
No, I'm not.
Nikki, you weren't a watch person 2 years ago. See what I'm saying?
But the hat doesn't do anything else, does it?
Of course it does.
No, I might get into the glasses. We'll see.
Oh,
It really just depends on what it would do.
I mean, Eric is right. As of right now, it's just a patent. But I feel like it's a patent to get Nikki on board.
I would love one where it wasn't for gaming, but instead it was, hey, you want your calendar up, or if you want to have a screen in front of you without having a screen in front of you. Like, I would love that sort of thing.
Perfect.
So this sounds great.
See, you're in.
Just make them look a certain way, and I'll be in.
Oh, my gosh. You know what that would do to meetings in this building? I would get some of these glasses.
They're like, are you looking at me? Are you paying attention? You're like, I just have my glasses on, guys.
I'm watching Netflix in my left lens and kind of paying attention with my right.
I can totally do stuff with one eye and then close the other one, or keep that on something else, and we could do that.
You're just like, no, I'm paying attention. I really care about how much gigawatts at the transmitter.
Yep. And then back to the next show.
Dude, now I want the fedora and glasses. The fedora is my idea, by the way.
That
That's
is not at all
in the patent anywhere.
No,
but
it is not.
If they were smart, it would be.
The Riot's motto, Carpe Cupcake. Those are words to live by. Radio U.
And I'll have the number 8. That's a party platter. It serves 12 people. I know what I'm about, son.
The Riot. Food fight.
Well, I didn't think we were going to do this today.
Might as well. And if you want to join us on our Facebook page, Radio U, and our show page for Radio U Riot, you can actually watch our food fight, too.
I really appreciate, Eric, the fact that you came in and we both have Mountain Dew Holiday Brew, and I was like, nice brew, I've got some too. And then you're like, yes, but do you have this?
This is another new flavor.
I know. I actually only bought that to make sure I went up to you. I knew you would have bought the brew.
We did not want to try the Christmas one yet, the Holiday Brew, so that we'll probably do later.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do it
sometime later. But what's
Yeah.
this one?
This is Mountain Dew Tropical Smash. Flavored dew.
Can we see the bottle?
Yeah, naturally and artificially flavored. It is yellow.
If I were to guess, it's like a pineapple soda.
It looks like that.
But I know there's other flavors to it.
It looks to me like, imagine someone took a lot of vitamins but didn't drink a lot of water.
I know what
you
you're
often
saying
see these on the side of the road. You often with the random labels.
A lot of truckers use these.
What are those called? The trucker bombs or something?
Yes. Okay. So, and Eric, you could win an Xbox One X with this.
Good. I don't have one.
Well, best of luck. I would enter.
Is there anything online saying what is this supposed to taste like?
Oh, it smells.
Well,
it smells strong.
Why don't we not?
It smells like a Starburst or a jelly bean.
It smells like a lot of them.
Yeah, or it smells like that thing you're supposed to pop in a drink when you don't want to get sick. The fizzy things. The
Airborne.
Airborne, that sort of stuff.
Okay, let me see if I get
or an
that.
Alka-Seltzer.
Man, it has... Wait, what the heck is it that I've had that it tastes just like this smells?
It's a candy. It's a candy
Yeah, it's a
item.
kind of candy I can totally...
But really strongly of it.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
very
try
much
it.
so.
Oh, boy,
Right,
it
ready?
is like syrup.
Mountain Dew Tropical Blast.
Oh, not good.
It's
Too much do you take pineapple?
Yeah, but I like pineapple. You know,
See, I
I'm
don't
tasting.
really like pineapple.
And pineapple is very sweet. Mm-hmm. All I'm tasting is sweet.
sweet, sure.
Oh, it's overwhelmingly sweet.
It's too sweet and not enough flavor.
See, to me, I just taste pineapple. If you told me this was pineapple soda, I would believe that.
But I wasn't sure if they're saying it's supposed to be a combination of fruit flavors or mostly pineapple. I don't know.
It smells like, it tastes like pineapple Mountain Dew.
Okay, that's probably
but
a better.
Very sweet.
Because I'm
There's
getting
some
a very
Mountain Dew
big.
in it.
I feel like I'm getting more Mountain Dew aftertaste than I am pineapple, but it's just like a different combination.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we didn't actually mention this is technically Mountain Dew Game Fuel Tropical Smash. So, like, it's their version of it this year. Promotes Forza Motorsport 7 and the Xbox One X. I'm looking here. Its companion flavor is Arctic Burst, which I haven't seen that yet anywhere.
Is that like a pairing? Are you supposed to have them both together?
All right, here we go. This is the...
I think it's funny.
This is a description.
What's its companion?
A tropical punch-flavored soda with a distinct pineapple overtone.
Yeah, there it is. And
So-
pineapple it is.
I don't feel tropical punch as much, but I feel punched by pineapple.
You know what? If I were eating something, you know what this would be really good with?
Breakfast? Like that?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Are you wanting
this would be a
Eric
really
to-
good drink to
Go
have.
get breakfast?
We should be having food with this. I feel like the sweetness would be cut down with like a peanut butter sandwich.
Man, you know what? That's that's what we should be doing. These Riot food fights.
When we do drinks,
we should be talking about what this would pair with best.
Well, because I don't have I like it, but I don't really like it. But I'm feeling like if I had some peanut butter in my mouth or something that maybe a little bit not as
it's
sweet,
better with food,
that this would go really well with.
So, in other words, we're saying this is the opposite of coffee cake. You have coffee cake, it's super sweet because your coffee's bitter. This is super sweet, so you can have something bland or bitter to eat.
With it, yeah.
And it would pair well with
toast or
that.
something? Just something light.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll try the holiday dew flavor maybe next week.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get into that thinking next week or maybe even into the special edition Black Friday
We could also save it for that if we would like to.
Save it for
but this is the new Mountain Dew Game Fuel flavor, Tropical
Smash.
Tropical Smash.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the Radio U network through the Radio U app or at riot.radiou.com.
In truth, I just downloaded it. I think I might be done with it already.